Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Oopsie Daisy. I have my favorite person, Chris Hurdler, in studio with me again. We just recorded about 5 straight minutes of this, mostly just complaining that we didn't really feel like doing this because we were really tired.
And then it stopped recording, so maybe that's God's way of us saying,
shut up.
Yeah. Get out of your pissy pants mood and do what I'm asking you to do.
I know, you're right. I was being a little pooper pants about this.
I mean, it doesn't change the fact that I'm tired and we could be like doing something else, but we are here and we are going to do this. We're going to be obedient.
Yes. And we're going to have fun.
Yep. All I can think about right now is mini eggs.
The Cadbury ones?
Yes.
The Easter ones?
Yes.
Okay, I found those today at Coburn's. What did you think when you saw them on the counter when you walked in?
Going to destroy the whole bag in one day.
Paige said you ate half of the bag.
I mean, they're small. There's a lot of air in them.
This is the man who's like, I don't really like sweets, you guys. Nah, I'm just not a treat kind of guy. Oreos, gone. Peanut M&Ms, gone. Cadbury mini eggs, gone. Kit Kats, come on. At what point do you just fully admit that you're a sweet treat fella?
Little Debbie.
Yes.
Little Debbie cakes right now are so good.
Swiss cake rolls and those ridiculous Christmas trees that come out.
But Little Debbie has the Be My Valentine hearts right now.
Did you get a package?
I can't confirm nor deny.
So you did. You got like 4, didn't you?
Yep.
Well, you're the only one that can eat them here because they're not gluten free.
That's the worst part. You buy a whole box and you know that I'm the only one that's going to eat them and they won't last more than 24 hours. That's 10 little cakes.
I feel like that's gluttony right there.
Yeah.
Spirit of self-control, sunshine. That's what you always tell me. I'm like, Chris, take these M&Ms out of the house. And you're like, babe, it's all about self-control.
I think I use the word discipline.
Yes.
And then you usually just look at me.
Yes. You just need to be disciplined about it. Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, while we're doing true confessions here, I approached you with this idea for an episode of how about I come up with a list of random questions, some funny, some like hard hitting on your heart, some potentially embarrassing, and I don't show them to you, and then you just blind react. And you were like, no thanks. Are you still down for that kind of an episode where we get real, raw, vulnerable, and ridiculous together?
I'm a little concerned that maybe some raw answers might cause a little issue, but...
What do you mean, an issue?
Why, sometimes the filter is loose, and what if you say something that hurts your feelings?
That's fine.
Scary.
That's the point. No, I mean, hurting the feelings is not the point.
That's scary.
No, but I think we have to just make a pact going into this of, this is real and raw, and you get to say the God's honest truth. I think that's the point of this. Like this is how this started. I didn't even tell you this. I was on Instagram scrolling, which I cannot do before bedtime. It screws up my sleep cycle, and then I'm like wandering the house at 2:30 in the morning. It's not a good recipe. So I was on Instagram, and I saw these like 3 hard-hitting questions to ask your husband. And I'm like, oh, these are really great. I wonder what Chris would say about these. And then I'm like, bing, you can come on and we can record answers to this. So I think I'm going to ask you some. We're both going to share our answers. And I think you have some of your own, right? That I haven't seen yet.
Mine are not hard hitting though. I didn't look.
How did you find your questions?
I didn't Google like questions to get your spouse fired up.
How did you find your questions?
I think my questions were, what are some fun questions to ask your wife to spice things up?
Okay, but did you Google it or what did you use?
I think it was ChatGPT. I said, chat, tell me how to talk to my wife. Ask her some questions.
Give me some pod questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're doing a little real life, real marriage, real people Q&A here.
Okay.
Should I just blind pick the first one?
Sure.
Let's start easy. Toe dipping in the edge of the water. We're not going head first yet.
Crap.
Okay? I'm just picking one at random. If I disappeared for 24 hours, where would you look for me?
Either the library or at Coburn's in the chip aisle looking for salsa.
For 24 hours?
Or smelling candles.
You think I'm deeply invested in some of this. Library I could see.
Well,
but
yeah.
if I was gone, this is a full day that I'm gone.
And I didn't know where you went.
Yeah.
Like you just disappeared and the phone's gone.
Yeah, 24 hours. I mean, you don't got to overthink this. Where would I go for 24 hours if I disappeared?
I think you'd go to the library.
With my blankie?
I'm just saying.
I would. If I could promise that it was extended access hours and nobody was there.
The library. Where do you think I would go if I was disappeared for 24 hours?
Okay, when I saw this question, I knew instantly Diamond Joe's Casino. If I didn't see you for 24 hours, I would think that you rustled up some guys and went down there and we're just watching sports on the big screen.
Yeah, that's possible.
What would you say about yourself?
It'd probably have to do with sports and some sort of golf.
Oh,
Maybe be on the lake. Like literally just, those little activities that would be fun to do to just get away and not be around.
Yeah.
Just kind of no work, little play.
Okay. Question 2. What's something you know about me that almost no one else does? This is gonna get bad. I should not have opened.
No,
I'm having such bad anxiety right now.
Your mom bombs.
Chris.
I mean, your farts after you eat like broccoli. I mean, for instance, last night.
I did have a lot of
broccoli. I was having a little pity party and I was trying to be serious and you're laying there like holding in going put. Like, yeah.
Okay, well listen.
I would say that was
No, you stormed in and were like, nobody listens to me. Nobody respects me around here. And I had to fart so bad. I did. And I knew, I was like, this is a bad time to do it. And so I was holding it in. And in my head, I knew you would laugh at it really hard. But I was trying to like take you seriously. And then it started squeaking out. And then I started laughing. And then it started, squeaking out rhythmically. And then I was just like, I'm so sorry. I'm really trying to be respectful of you here, but my tummy hurts.
Yeah.
Broccoli is a highly gas producing food. So that's not
something
me.
that somebody would know about you.
That's not me. That's the vegetable. I want to blame it on the vegetable.
Well, you asked the question. Which now I forgot the question. What is something that most people wouldn't know about me?
Yeah. You clean in 2 steps, which I find absolutely maddening. So if there's like cans around or wrappers or garbage, and I'm not talking about on the floor, but like if we're sitting there and there's a table in front of us and we got like some chip crumbs and some wrappers and we're just having like a thing watching TV, you will line up the wrappers and the cans in perfect lines and perfect groups, and then you will go clean them up, which I think is ridiculous, because why wouldn't you just clean the whole table one time? But you spend a significant amount of time organizing garbage before you actually pick up the garbage. Do you know that about yourself?
I must not. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. It's strange. It's a little OCD-ish. Yeah. I watch you do it. I'm always like, this is like an extra step that I don't think that he's really considering here.
You should be happy that I even take a step.
I know, you're right.
To clean up.
I should. Well, this isn't about shaming people. This is just about honest truth. Well, Can I tell you one more thing?
I didn't realize it. Okay. Whatever aggravated you or whatever.
Oh, it doesn't aggravate me.
What was the word you used?
I think it's random and weird.
Oh,
I think it's not.
I don't remember.
I don't think it's efficient. Like, why would you clean twice?
Efficiency means that it gets done.
My version of efficiency is it gets done in the easiest and fastest way possible.
Sometimes that's not always best practice.
Why?
Because sometimes doing it fast doesn't mean it's done right.
If the table's clean, does it help you to clean up if you line up the garbage first?
Yes. When there's not chunks laying everywhere and stuff like that.
Yeah, I suppose. To each his own, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, next question. If you got a phone call and found out that I was arrested, what crime would you instantly know I had committed?
Probably walking out of a store without paying. Because you're doing a lot of 100 other things and you just forgot to pay.
Oh, that would have been the last thing I would have said about myself.
Right. Well, that's just what I think. I mean, I think about how many times, like when we were first married, you forgot to pay your credit card. And so I would think like you're on your phone or you're doing something and you just like walk out of the store. That's feasible and you know it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was going to say it was like a traffic violation. Like I went like up a parking ramp instead of down kind of thing.
Oh, that wouldn't get you arrested.
You're thinking way too logically about this.
That was the first thing that came to my head. That you would walk out of the store. And
okay. Well, crazy. Then a two brute, because mine for you was robbery. I would think that you stole something, but on purpose.
Yeah, I've done that before.
I know you have. I just thought maybe your past would sneak up and it would be like a larceny situation.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, what's one thing that you would steal? Like if you knew you were never going to get in trouble for some random reason, like God blinked and didn't see it and would never know about it, what's one thing that you would steal?
I'd probably pull like an Italian job heist.
Would you?
Yeah.
Like a jewel thief or vehicles?
Just
like Gone in 60 Seconds?
Like Scrooge McDuck cash.
And swimming in it?
Yes.
A bank?
That would be sweet.
Do you remember that movie, Ocean's 12 or whatever, where they robbed that Vegas vault?
Right.
Yes.
Like masks.
What role would you play in that robbery? Just be real.
Getaway car because I can't run.
You're saying you wouldn't be the boots on the ground?
Heck no.
What would I?
I always tell my group if we were out and a herd of elephants or something were coming, or we had to get the hell out of the way, the group would push me down because it's one of you leave the weak one, right? Because I am literally the slowest one.
I know.
And so it'd be like, we're gonna sacrifice this guy. And so if I'm gonna rob a bank, you might as well leave me on the outside. I mean, I could play some like handicap role or something, like, hey, and then maybe be the diversion. Like, wow, what's with the limp? What is this guy? And I'm like, guys, go, go, go.
I think you would be the worst stealth robber on the planet. But you're faster than you think you are because you're talking about I'm the slowest one. I'd get picked off. You beat me in a foot race. Several summers ago, I'm like, come on, let's go. McGimp, let me just whoop your tail. And you trash talked me. And so we ran. We sprinted as fast as we could across the backyards. And you beat me.
Yeah.
So what does that say about me? Neither of us should be involved in a heist where any sort of speed is required.
I don't know. The hard part is when I get going and my legs get going, I can't stop. So that's the secret everyone knows.
And you went down and you flipped over?
Yes. I mean, it's how many times has that happened in that's why I don't try to run on concrete. Because I can't slow down and I can't stop and concrete hurts.
Yeah.
At least the grass when you fall, there's a little bit of safety.
Right? You're not going to skin your whole face off.
Right. I suppose you're not wrong though. Once I do get moving, I can move, but I just don't like to.
You're quick.
But no, I want to be the getaway car.
Okay, that's fair. I just want to be the mastermind behind it. I want to like design the whole thing. And then I want to get everybody else to do it. And I'm just to be the one that watches on the computer screen.
I would do that too. I don't really. I don't want to do a lot of the tough stuff. Plus, like honestly, people that aren't like hands-on wouldn't be convicted as long. Maybe.
I feel like that's not true. You're involved in $1 million heist, $10 million heist. No, do you know what I want to be? Remember how it's always the beautiful girl that distracts the guy? I want to be picked for that. I want to be in a group of people and they're like, we need a diversion. This guy's a ladies' man. Just some hot woman is going to just catch this guy's eye and we're going to get the diversion. And I want everybody's head to turn at me and be like, you, ma'am, are the natural pick for this role.
I'm trying to think of what actress that would be in a movie. You know what comes to mind for me is Jessica Rabbit.
That's what?
Yeah,
she's not real.
Yeah, but did you see that dress that she was wearing?
That was inappropriate behavior.
I don't know,
that was a lot to deal with.
The cartoons whistled, and she was the distraction, wasn't she?
Yes. Well, a lot of times.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't want to be that. She was a little bit of a... No, just one time, and I'd be like, you guys know, I'm just gonna stay behind the computers here. I'm just gonna like work on some background stuff. Somebody else can take the front woman this time. But in my heart, I would be like, yeah, yes.
No, I would want to do a heist.
I think at that point, as a husband, a really good response would have been, oh, babe, that's perfect role for you. Duh.
Yep.
That wasn't your first.
I'm just trying to. My mind is. I'm trying to keep it clean.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You were going there with Jessica Rabbit.
Yes. What married life moment makes you laugh every time you think about it? Because we have 2 marriages now, so you have to think about that.
There wasn't a
What
lot
married life moment makes you laugh every time you think about it?
There wasn't a lot to laugh about on number 1. Let's just say that. 2 words for you: Cincinnati trip. Okay, listen. No, this is the one I'm picking. There were many a moment on that trip that I cried laughing, but it was when we were in the Cincinnati Zoo and we're standing there and we somehow got mixed in with this class of 2nd graders. And so we're standing with all these 2nd graders on a field trip in the Cincinnati Zoo in the kangaroo section.
Mm-hmm.
And the kangaroos are like by you. They're not enclosed. They're not in a cage. They're not behind a fence. They're just standing by you. And I don't know if you've ever been in like to one up close. They're very scary looking. They're so weird.
Like deer on steroids.
But worse. Like their arms are funny and their body is funny.
Right.
And so the way they sit is funny. And so we're sitting there looking at these animals like, gosh, these are so strange. I hope one doesn't decide to like kickbox me. And this little 2nd grade girl in front of us, all of a sudden at the top of her lungs goes, Jesus Christ, it's sitting on its tail. And everybody's head whips around. And there's a kangaroo with like his legs up in the air using his tail as a seat.
Right. We laugh every time we talk about it. Every time we see a kangaroo or even think about kangaroo, I remember her.
This little girl. And she was really large for a small child.
Yep. She was a little pudgy.
She was rotund.
And she was loud.
Very
she was
loud.
Cute, though.
Super cute.
And we saw her like an hour later in the zoo, and I was like, there's the Jesus Christ kangaroo lady. She was like a celebrity to me.
She was like 7.
I know, but she was amazing.
We waved at her. I know, but it was so awkward though, standing there. I don't know if they thought we were chaperones. We had no name tags. They were all in uniforms. Yep. And we just looked like creepers following this little 7-year-old girl around the Cincinnati Zoo.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Makes me laugh. Listen, the other trip was Vegas. When we were on Fremont Street, we were with friends. And this friend had brought somebody that he knew. And this guy was like a high roller. Remember him? He was shoving $1,000 bills every slot machine he walked by and like craps tables. And we're just there like taking in the sights. We weren't gambling. We were just walking around taking in Vegas. You know what I mean? This was like the height of COVID. So there was nobody there either. So this guy's throwing down just bills. We get to Fremont Street and my ADD kicks in and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at the lights. Look at the sounds. And so then this guy comes back. I don't know if you remember this, but he looks at me and he goes, do you want to go to a buffet later? And I was like, yes, I am here for it. And I go, well, do they have gluten-free? And he looks at me and he was like, no, like a buffet. And I'm like, yeah, I would love to. Where is this at? And he looks at me and he like taps his nose like in that cocaine motion. And he goes, no, a buffet, Amanda. And I was like, are you inviting us to a cocaine buffet? And he was like, yes. And I didn't know what to say. And it's that moment that like dare to keep kids off drugs didn't prepare you for this.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, you're so sweet to invite us, but no thanks.
No, thank you.
But I was like, what in the middle-aged woman Walmart shoe wearing face that I have on screams, I am looking for a buffet of hard drugs. But he was like all about it. He didn't ask you though.
No.
He just asked me.
I don't even know if I was close to you, but I remember you telling me
yes
about it. And thankfully, that is not something I've ever done and don't ever want to do.
Well, I politely declined in the most nice way possible for both of us.
See, for a second there, I thought you meant I thought you thought it was for Diet Coke.
No, I thought he wanted to take us to like a food buffet. And I was like, after hours pizza? Yes.
Okay.
No,
I may have told that story wrong then.
What?
I think I've told people that, and I thought he was offering you Diet Coke, and I thought you were like, yeah, I love Diet Coke, but then he told you it was a cocaine buffet.
Oh, no.
Either way, I know we both.
This man was offering me hard drugs, and I was looking for sweet treats and pizza.
I know you were. I've never seen anybody in my life throw hundreds, like a stack of hundreds, and lose it that fast. That's the stuff you see in the movies.
Here's the best part of that. His girlfriend, that was new to him for that trip, they've been dating for like 10 days, was a police officer. And this guy was like snorting cocaine. I never saw it. I don't think he had it around us, but you could obviously tell that he was having a very different Vegas experience than we were.
Yes. And I think, needless to say, when we all left, you could tell that relationship wasn't going any further.
No,
yeah.
I think I looked at her at one point and I was like, you know that this is just sort of like something short, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I think so.
Hey, she had a free Vegas trip.
I had to be real. I kind of prayed about that if I should say something. And I really felt the Lord be like, yep, you can say this to her.
I have another question.
Oh, no, I'm scared.
I am curious about this one. Where do you feel you're carrying the marriage on your back alone?
Okay, so we went from cocaine buffet to just deep-hearted.
Yeah.
We just downshift. Where do I feel like I'm carrying this marriage on my back alone? Okay, can I read you something? I don't know how to say this, but oh, my Instagram just went off. Listen, I'm on Instagram right now. I literally read this last night when I was scrolling and wasn't supposed to be. 3 leader roles you handed your wife without noticing. Okay? This man saw me because I'm going to be real with you. This is how I feel a little bit. Most husbands don't wake up and say, I want my wife to lead everything. But slowly, quietly, you hand her roles that were meant for you and wonder why the marriage feels dry. Here are 3 leader roles you've given your wife without noticing. 1, the planner and the vision holder. She plans weekends, holidays, kids' schedules, your social lives, long-term family decisions. You just go with the flow, say I don't care. To you, it feels easygoing, but to her, it feels like if I don't think ahead, then nothing happens. You have forced her to become the strategist, and you become the passenger, and that's where respect dies.
That's deep.
I know. I'm like, I didn't know how to say that, but I read this and I was like, this man gets it. I need to say that. I do.
No, that's
always being the planner and the vision holder and the strategist for the entire family.
Yep.
Is a lot. Can I tell you the next one?
Sorry. I'm here.
No, just because it was the same post. The third one doesn't really apply, but this one does. The emotional anchor. When things get heavy, she's the one that brings it up to talk about it. She calms the kids. She handles your moods. She holds her own pain while you shut down, joke, or avoid. Now she's left carrying everybody's emotions and feeling alone in the hardest parts of life. She doesn't experience you as a rock, but just as another emotional wave she has to handle.
That's interesting. I think you take on things and feel things that you don't necessarily have to bring on, but you do take on a lot of stuff.
Like what though?
I think you worry about, you don't have to worry about how I feel and what I'm doing.
But when you're actively acting weird and shut downy, what are we supposed to do? Ignore you?
Just give me a little time.
And then when it goes on for a while?
Give me a little more time.
That's a long time. I'm not interested in waiting that long.
No, I get it.
But okay, how do you feel hearing that? I know that really resonated with me, and like I've told everybody, I think you're an amazing husband. I also think this idea of husbands being so go with the flow, like, oh, I don't care. Guess what? I want you to care. It helps me when you care because then I feel like I can make a better decision and I can plan better and I can map the vision for our family a little bit better. And so maybe it's not even that I have to do all of those things, kid schedules, holidays, social planning, things like that. But like if you gave an opinion, that would be probably great.
Yeah, but I'm about to say something that I think most guys are going to agree with. When we give an opinion, it doesn't seem to hit and it doesn't matter.
How do you think that? Why do you think that?
Because I'm not saying just you, but I'm saying when you ask an opinion, we give it, we end up doing what you wanted anyway. And I'm speaking from men in general. A lot of men that I've worked with or I talk to, that tends to be what happens.
So the expectation is if I ask for your opinion, we're supposed to do that?
No.
Because when I'm looking for your opinion, I'm looking to make like a balanced choice.
Right.
And sometimes the best choice isn't the one you just gave me. It doesn't match your opinion. Sometimes it's kind of a stupid idea, and that's
Sure.
okay.
And sometimes I think women have stupid ideas.
Absolutely. Most of mine are kind of
But
dumb.
we still typically, because to your question, one point is we just do what you guys want to do because we try to keep the peace.
I don't like that. I hate that peacekeeping garbage.
I know. I think to your point, that's why that first one that you read resonates and makes a lot of sense to me. Honestly, sometimes I don't care what we do. And it's like even like you asked today, like, hey, so-and-so wants you there. Oh, okay. I don't care. I wasn't reached out about anything, so I just assumed you were going to take care of it.
I know. I suppose some of that too is natural. Like,
And I think women, like the person that's trying to reach out to you is a woman.
yeah.
She ain't reaching out to me. And I don't think he and I are like actively planning with all the kids stuff because again, I know we have stuff, but I don't know within that 3-hour window if we're going to try to get together. So it is like one of those, and maybe this isn't a great example, but just what we were talking about before we started doing this. Hey, do you think we can fit this in for 4 hours? I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can or can't. What was the third one that you said it was on there?
I didn't read the third one because the third one was household manager. What's empty, broken, late, messy, overdue? What needs buying, fixing, organizing, scheduling? You wait for instructions and then just help. That's not partnership. That's management. She's the boss and you're the employee. I don't think that one's quite as true about us.
No.
I think we do have roles. And
Yes.
sometimes I'm like, just help me with my role.
No.
Struggling.
I think we both do a good job of that though. Like even if you think about today, I'm like, how can I help? And you're like, hey, I gotta go do this, like cook the chicken.
yeah.
I think that's one of our liabilities from our first marriage that has turned into a strength or an asset for us is that we do try to pick each other up or if something needs to be done.
Yeah. That's true.
We can openly tell each other like, hey, can you grab the groceries or can you do this? Or you've done a great job of it recently. Like, hey, I need you to do this.
I know.
You know, I gotta go do this. Can you grab this? Where
Do you know how close to breaking I have to get in order for me to say that to you, though? Like, I cried today. I cried today on the couch for no reason. I was so tired. This whole garbage of me waking up at 2 and not going back to sleep till 5 and up every hour. I don't know what's going on, but it has to stop. I was so tired. Was really, really stressed about work. There's a lot going on right now. And I just sat there after lunch. I fell asleep sitting up for 25 minutes. Don't laugh.
Drooled?
I felt so bad about it.
did you drool
Felt
it?
so lazy. No, I didn't. But like, I just was so tired. And you know what our daughter was doing while I was taking my little nap? She was down here beast moding a workout, and I was up there drooling.
Yeah.
But anyway, I woke up and I just felt so shameful about it. Like, oh, my husband's busting his tail at work. I passed out for 25 minutes, but I was so tired that I cried. I cried today, and that's how I knew that I needed to ask you to cook some chicken.
No.
And I think that's bad that I have to get to that point.
But
to
I
do
think
it.
people need to give themselves some grace. I mean, you think about it, and maybe this is where I always kind of try to keep a level head with how busy our life is right now.
Yeah.
And you and I can talk about it. Like, look at our calendar right now. If you can get 20 minutes where you're sitting up and you're that exhausted, your body's telling you to take a nap. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, do you want to know what I heard recently? I want to get your take on this. I read this article about how high performers and high functioners, which is me. Like, I'm not saying I'm good at everything, but you know how much pressure I put on myself to perform well, to do well. I had a huge presentation at work today. Didn't go quite as well as I wanted it to, but it was fine. And it talked about this idea that high performing and high functioning people go balls to the walls for so long and so hard all week long. And then they find pockets of time or a day and or an afternoon, and they just crash, and they crash hard. But how that doesn't necessarily fill their cup. What it does is signal their body that rest only comes when you're completely burnt out. That you're at the end of your rope, and that's when you rest. Rather than taking like preventive rest and just like doing things that fill your cup, that's still involved. It could be like active things, spending time with friends or whatever. But that high performers tend to go until burnout, and then that rest that they get isn't great because they're crashed out, and then it starts this awful cycle in the body that basically says you're not allowed to rest until you hit the end of your rope.
Right. It's just the benefits. They speak so highly of the benefits of self-care, right? Whether that's going for a walk and even getting your nails done or getting good sleep.
I know. I hate though that self-care is always associated with like, just do a spa day.
Yeah.
That's not going to do crap for me because I'm going to lay there.
Well, self-care could be just like, and I know you try to do this on the deck, like reading a book.
Yeah.
It's just, be outside, stare at birds.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to cost money.
I know.
I mean, I think that's the thing that a lot of people think of is that you have to go do something. You don't.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I just like to sit on my driveway.
Yeah, you do. You like to get a tan.
Yeah, just like, and then I don't need to be talked to. That's kind of a little harder in our driveway, but I mean, eventually I like to talk, but there are times where I just literally want to close my eyes and take in some vitamin D.
I know.
But no, I think burnout is what you're saying is a thing for sure.
I think that's why I'm at a little bit right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the hard thing too is I don't know if you think like this, but work has been difficult for both of us, right? And then I look at my calendar and it doesn't feel like there's an end in sight. No. And I think that's where you kind of start to feel like, I don't want to say hopeless, but it's kind of like you're just kind of trudging to the next day and you're like, okay, it's the same thing. And then it's the next day and then it's the weekend. And you really do want to do some of the events that you're going to because it's for your kids and you get to spend time with your family, but it's still a lot.
I know.
Right?
And then it's like when you get home, this is what like I'm beefing about right now a little bit is that I feel like when we do get home and we all end up puppy piling on each other and like watching a movie or a show and then we'll laugh about it and we'll talk about it. So we're still spending time together. But like sometimes I feel like we run so much that in our downtime, everybody's so dead that we just end up like watching a show, which I think is different than maybe having your like a screen babysit your kid because we all are together. We are all together.
Right. Well, and I think the cool thing, and I think when you think about like us all sitting down and watching Beast Games together, or Paige and I like to watch Traders. It's like that's exciting, right? Or when we do sit down and watch, I know when you guys were doing those like rom-com movies over Christmas, and even though I have no idea, but it was still fun just for us all to be together.
Yeah.
It didn't have to use my brain.
Yeah.
But it was still, we were all together. And yes, is it productive? Are we? Well,
I know we could be playing like a board game.
No. But
sometimes
I think
that's a lot.
Some of it was like truly just survival.
Yeah, but I hate that we're there. I don't want to live a life that I have to survive. Why are you laughing? That was deep. That should be on a quote board. That was deep, dude.
It was. I think that's why I'm laughing because I do. I mean, I have said it. Right now, I do feel like I am in survival mode. It's go to work, come home, go to the next thing. But I mean, I wouldn't change it.
Can I tell you what tiny thing like makes these survival moments easier for me? Jolly Ranchers. Did you think I was going to say that?
I thought it was going to be some other food.
Oh, I hate that you went to food.
A Jolly Rancher.
I know, but why did you think it was going to be food?
Honey, I've known you a long time. I mean, both of us have a love language. Some of it's food.
Well, some of us bodies are handling it better than other people.
Both of us, when we are in survival, could probably get a huge family size 5-pound bag of peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
And
do you know, can I tell you?
It would be over.
I love when you bring in the peanut M&Ms and we share them together. It's like a moment.
Right.
It's like a thing. I just get a little giddy about that.
That is kind of our thing, like our treat, like even when we were first dating.
Yeah, the
Maybe
best part
was
is...
I in the hospital, or how did that even...
Okay, no, this is when you were home from the hospital, but we weren't supposed to be spending the night together. So sorry, Mom, if you're listening, but I don't think you're dumb. But I spent the night with you, and I fell asleep with M&Ms in the pocket of my hooded sweatshirt. And the next morning we woke up and you blamed me. You were like, you pooped your pants. There was stuff all over the bed. And I was like, I swear to God, I didn't poop my pants. Then you're like, I can't smell it. And you're dry heaving in the corner. And I'm like, it's not poop. And so then I like sniff it. And then I like licked my finger and you lost it. I thought you were going to heave your guts up. It was chocolate. It was melted, smeared chocolate.
You were way more confident than I was.
That's because I know I didn't poop my pants.
Well, I know, but...
I was really offended that you thought I did.
Were we even like... We had to have been officially dating.
I don't know. I feel like you knew me well enough to know I had good control of my bowels, okay? I don't have control of a lot in life right now, but that I can claim.
I don't think I did.
No, you never did.
Right.
Okay. New topic.
Yeah, I don't know.
New question. Here we go. What resentment... Wait, you never answered this one.
Which one?
Never answered. Where are you carrying the marriage on your back alone? Or do you not have a good answer for that? Because I do. Awesome.
You do. I've already told you this. I think that's what makes, like, it's easy because I can sit and say marriage one. I felt like I was carrying a lot of the stuff. But also I think that was because of my own fault. I didn't let you do a lot of the stuff. I was controlling it. I didn't trust that you could do a lot of that stuff.
Okay.
And I think that was one of the things that when we got back together, we had to sit down and look at each other and say, what are our roles?
Oh, that was weird.
And I had to kind of delegate the things that I didn't want to do anymore. And I mean, sometimes I think you take on more than you probably should, and you could ask me to do them. Yep. But I appreciate when you let me, or I ask and you actually tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
You are right, though. I do. When you went back to the OCD thing, I have my like 7 things that are very important to me to do.
Yep. And can I tell you one of your quirks? You will announce them when you have done them. You will talk to anybody in the vicinity and just run through a list of what you've done and announce those tasks out loud. And I'm never quite sure if I'm supposed to say good job, because when I'm like, oh, thanks, you're like, yeah, whatever. Like, don't thank me for it. But you're announcing it like you need some recognition for it. And I'm always like, what do you want me to say? It's the same 7 things. I'm glad to know you did them again this week, fella.
But you are right.
Yes.
Yep. I like to vacuum the stairs every Saturday.
Yes, you were gone a Saturday. It was weird not to have clean stairs.
And I make sure that you guys know I did it.
Yes, you do. And then you get mad when anybody walks up and down the stairs. You're like, I just cleaned the stairs.
I just cleaned this. Yes.
I'm like, what are we supposed to do? Never go upstairs again?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. I do know there are things that if something were to happen to me that you would have to figure out how to do them.
Like paying car tabs?
Yeah, I mean.
Never one time.
Car tabs, car insurance, taxes. Like there's stuff I've never...
Everything to do with money, I'd have to figure out.
I've never sat down with you, and I probably should, but I just take care of it because there's stuff you take care of that I have no idea.
Yeah.
A lot of the kids' bills and sports stuff, physicals, I have no idea. So, I mean, it's nice because I think you can work as a team with that. But no, I don't think there's anything.
Okay, so this question is kind of related, but not really. What resentment do you carry towards me that you don't ever say out loud? I think it's so funny that you need so much time to think about it, because as soon as I hear a question, like the answer just floats up.
That's probably why, this is probably why I'm made for the job I do.
Why? Because you think?
I have to think, yes. And I feel like I have to think and give a good answer back without just saying what I first thought. Because I'll be honest, the first thing I thought of when you read that was cheating.
Okay, but listen, I think, though, that that's your real answer then. If that's your gut and that first popped up into your head, that's legit.
But then
Why does it have to go deeper than that? That's a pretty big one. Hey, Amanda,
I think because
you heard around.
I know, but I think of it in my work is that resentments are not good. And I don't currently.
Resentments aren't good.
I
Neither
know, but I don't currently resent you for that. Isn't that the.
Maybe.
Well, maybe.
Do you?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't bring it up. I don't talk about it.
Regardless, I think that's the thing about resentment, though, is that it just simmers below the surface.
Sure.
And you don't talk about it.
No, I don't. I don't feel the need to.
Is it something you think about a lot?
I don't, not a lot. I think it goes back to, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to, like, rumble rubbish back up stuff, but I think there is some insecurity deep into that if you think about it now.
Well, yeah, because if somebody cheats on you when you're married, what does that say about you? And it's not about you at all. It was about me. Mm-hmm. But how could you not get the message of, like, I'm not good enough? I wasn't good enough to keep her around or whatever.
Right. Maybe my first thought was right then.
See? So you carry resentment.
I'm sure it impacts me in more ways than I let on.
There you go.
So what was the question?
What resentment do you carry towards me that you don't ever say out loud?
Okay, what's the resentment you carry towards me that you don't ever say out loud?
Sometimes I think you act helpless.
Do tell.
I'm the type of person where if I don't know something, if I don't know how to do it, if I've never done it before, if I encounter something new, I dive in and I'm going to figure it out. I'll do whatever that takes. I will learn it. I will do something badly for the first time. I'll explore things on my own first to learn them. And you don't do that. You'll ask questions of me, assuming that I know how to do everything. And you'll ask me how to do it.
Because you do know how to do most things.
Yeah, you know why? Because I dove in and tried. It makes me feel like, why do you get to be the helpless one? Like, why do I have to be the brave one? This sounds bad. But this is the language that goes through my head. Like, why do I always have to be the one to try and fail and figure it out and do the hard thing, and then you just get to, like, piggyback off of what I learned and not actually learn it for yourself? Because then to me that's really helpless, because every time you need to do that something, you got to come find me rather than learning how to do it on your own. I think you're getting better with it. Like, thinking about, like, fixing stuff or whatever. Now you'll ask. It used to be like where you would call my dad and you would just have him do it. But now you'll stand by and you'll ask questions and you'll figure it out. But I think there's just that little piece of you, and I swear it's because you don't want to look stupid. But even just, like, little computer stuff. Like, how many times have you used my computer but asked me the password every time? I'm like, learn the freaking password. You know?
Yeah, sure. I don't use the computer that often, so my brother would say the same thing. I asked him 1,700 times for the password to one thing, and he's like, write it down.
Well, that's my thing, but that's part of it is because I think you're putting strain on other people. You're asking other people to carry information and skills and knowledge for you. And to me, I think I'm the type of person that I think that's really important, to know things and to have learned things on my own, that I don't need everybody to carry it for me. So I feel like you use me as your mental filing cabinet and you don't got to carry anything. That makes me feel resenty.
This is a fun game.
Okay.
I gave an answer about resentment and you did that. But it makes sense.
Okay.
I'll give you credit for it.
Okay, let's do one that we don't have to, like, blame game each other.
Oh.
I feel like I'm taking it to you. Do you feel that way?
No.
Good. All right.
I don't think you've said anything that I didn't realize.
Oh, good. I thought I
No.
just...
I mean, it's not always fun to you know, find out your poop stinks sometimes, but it's what I need from you. Yeah. That's how I know you care about me.
Yeah.
It makes me feel better this way than before when you didn't tell me anything. It stings a little because when you think about the way I take it sometimes with my body is it does feel like I'm helpless.
Yeah.
But I said this to Adam the other night. There's nothing that means the world more to me when I have an able-bodied friend ask me for help. Yeah, it's an interesting word because I don't feel helpless, but I understand in the context what you're saying. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
All right. What do you wish that you understood about me? Okay.
Start over. That's not what that question says at all.
What do you wish your spouse understood about you that you've never said?
So I'm supposed to tell what I wish you understood about me?
Yeah, what's something your spouse, me, understood about you that you've never said? I am very sensitive. And sometimes I don't necessarily like how fast you are and you speak, and I don't know how to say it, and so I don't say it sometimes. Because I know you're beautiful and you're intelligent and you're smart. And my brain always tells me that I'm not nearly on your level. And so I don't think I tell you enough about that. And I wish that you would understand that sometimes when I shut down or this or that, it's kind of my protective cloak, if you will, to allow me to not feel or say something that I don't want to say. Because like it's my fight or flight moment. And I think I've done that several times over 20 years, even during the bad times, is that when I feel that way, I just start spouting stuff off to you that I know is not the truth, but I will just say it because I want you to stop.
Okay, here's what I wish that you understood about me. Is that like, I don't know, I'm probably gonna cry again. Let's blame lack of sleep. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I wish that you could see what it feels like and sounds like in my head every day. Like the busyness that never stops. And I don't know if that's ADD. I don't know if that's like creativity that makes me that way. I don't know. I know God gave me a really, really fast brain. I know He did. But it sounds like sometimes, when you're driving and you're listening to a radio station and like static starts coming in and multiple stations, you kind of hear them at the same time and the songs go in and out and they're static. That's what my brain is like. I don't know. I think that a lot of people and you think I'm like so strong and that I have it all together. But I battle really hard. I have to fight and try so hard to like stay really organized, to stay on top of things. And I can't do it all at one time. And so if there's areas of my life that are thriving, there's other areas that suck. So like, for example, our room right now is like a disaster. I don't want anybody to see it. You kind of got mad at me last night for it. Like there's crap everywhere. And I just wanted to start crying between the farting. But I just wanted to start crying and tell you I'm trying to kick butt at other things right now, and all my heart and my soul and my mind are pulled so many other directions, and my time and my energy that is like the least of my worries. You know what I mean? And so when you make comments like that about like clutter or a mess or how I can't find my glasses again and I have 5 pairs of glasses, some of those innocent comments hurt because I don't think you realize how much I hold together for myself to just function normally. And not even normally. I know I'm a high functioning person. I have a lot to do. I get a lot of stuff done. I do it at a really high level. And I take care of a lot of things. And I'm proud of that. But all of that comes at a cost. And there's always just like a part that I can't quite manage. And I feel like it's that one part that you point out a lot. And it really damages me because then I get in my head and I'm like, well, I wish he could see how good I'm doing at everything else. And then that like one part wouldn't be a big deal.
I'm sorry.
I don't want an apology. I don't know. I know you can't be in my head and I know you'll never understand it because I do think part of that is my ADD diagnosis. I know that. But sometimes I just want somebody to look at me and like be like, I see you. I see what you're doing. And I see how hard it is. And I see what you're juggling. You're not even like, good job. I don't want to hear that you're doing good. Like, I'm doing good. I just want to be validated in kind of a respect, like almost a salute thing of like, give her hell, girl, you're doing it. I don't know why that felt so deep to me. Sorry. Okay, well, let me end us then. What do you actually want? Like, not what like a good Christian would say, not what sounds godly. Like, what do you want?
I want to live long enough to walk my daughters down the aisle.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to cry for real.
And I want them to be happy and in healthy relationships. But I want to be healthy enough and blessed enough that I am live long enough to be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's important to me, considering I was told I wasn't more than likely not going to walk and have kids again. Or kids again.
Again.
Kids ever.
Yeah.
That is important to me. And God blessed me with 2 daughters. So I'm not saying if I had kids it would have been different, but when I have 2 daughters, that is a...
I remember you saying that in the hospital before we were even married, before we had kids, and you just said, I want to walk my daughters down the aisle. Little did you know.
Yeah, that's a deep response, but that is absolutely what I want to do.
Now mine sounds frivolous compared to that, so I can't say mine.
Well, I mean, I think it would have been easy to say I want to travel and I want to do this because I already know that that's something we want to do together, and I want to do that with you.
Yeah.
But if I'm being super selfish and digging that question deep, that's absolutely what I want to do.
I love that.
I need to be able to do that.
That's a good one.
That's important to me, yeah.
I like that.
What about you?
Well, like I said, now mine seems dumb, but...
You've already said some other great things and allowed me to skim by.
Slack off.
I mean...
I really, really, really want to publish some books.
I could have answered that for you.
Really?
Absolutely.
You're going to die.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
Did you just throw up into the microphone?
I was about to say something. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my gosh, don't do that. I could have answered that for you. You've been saying that for 3 years.
3? I've been saying it since I was 3.
No, but the last 3 years it has been, I mean, very consistent. And you're getting closer, I hope.
It's such a deep thing in me that I think about every single day. And I think that's why I get frustrated now, and like why I'm so bucking against like my job and where I'm at right now and what my life is kind of scheduled like right now, because I'm sitting here going, where do I fit that in? Where do I sit and write? You know, like I work during the day and I have meetings, and then I homeschool our daughter, and then I run to volleyball practice, and then I have to finish my job that I didn't get to do during the day because I was homeschooling our other kid. While the other one's playing volleyball, then I do my corporate job, and I'm like just waiting for this space. Maybe that's why I'm waking up at 2:00 in the morning. Honestly, maybe it is, because I'm no more tired. If I got up at 2 in the morning, I'm no more tired than I was today. I read an interesting article recently too about how our body rhythms way back when, I don't know what time period this was, but sleep was initially usually in 2 shifts like that. Like you would go to bed early, you would sleep until like 2 in the morning, you would get up for a few hours, and then you'd go back to bed for a couple hours, and then you'd be up for the rest of the day. So I don't know, maybe I'm just driving this like pioneer trend right now, but who knows? Maybe I just get up at 2:00 in the morning and
who's to say you don't publish a book in a few years? It's not like, I don't know what your dream or goal is. I just know you have it. I know it's written. I know you're working on it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it has to be done. Maybe you by 45, maybe by 50.
It feels so late though.
You put a lot of pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Give yourself some grace.
All right. Well, I don't even know what we talked about today, honestly. We've been a little bit of everywhere, but I hope that these are some questions that you maybe sit down and ask your spouse. I mean, we got to laugh about it. Some of us cried about it. You probably leave with your tender skin wounded by it a little bit. Oh my gosh.
No, I mean,
I think I was a little mean. I think I got to edit that out.
No,
Just leave it.
No, just
Because
leave
that's
it.
who I am as a
No.
person.
It's vulnerability at its best.
I know.
And if you can't have these kind of conversations and kind of hear things, I mean, there were things tonight that I don't think we've ever talked about.
Nope,
Or that
I
I've ever
agree.
heard you say. And
This is why I like to do
it's
things
good
like
perspective, to be honest.
this. It is. And I think everybody, as we've been together, it's 20 years.
But if I want to be a better person and a better husband, I need to be able to hear this stuff. And the opposite end of that is if you're not telling me, you might be telling someone else. And it's important for you to tell me.
Yeah.
And it gives me kind of building blocks to try to be a better spouse, much like I know that you want to be.
High five, brother. This is fun. Do you want to come and do this with me all the time?
Well, I do feel differently now that we're ending.
Right?
Then-
You feel excited to be done?
Yeah.
More so excited than when we started?
Yes.
I think you were
Yes.
just scared of what I was going to ask you.
That is absolutely correct, too. You didn't let me see any of the questions. This is probably why you got some blank stares and I didn't really know how to answer.
Yeah. That's
I
right.
answered the one question really well.
Which one? You answered a lot really
Something
well.
I wanted, something I know I want in my life.
Yeah, that was,
But other than that,
deep. That got me in my guts.
I mean, Valentine's Day is around the corner.
I hate Valentine's Day.
Maybe
this
I'll-
is what. Okay,
Maybe
let's leave
I'll
them.
get you some flowers or something
I
for
don't like
after this.
flowers.
I know you don't.
I
You
don't
hate flowers.
I'm not really a sappy. Like, don't give me a dumb card. Give me a funny card. We have a great Valentine for you, all set. But let me just end on the words that our 15-year-old daughter asked me in the car last week. She goes, "Mom, Valentine's Day is around the corner. Did you find your lover?" And I was like, "What?"
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm happy that it's you, and I'm so thankful that you're helping me get to 52 straight podcasts. I got 9 more to go after this. I'm really, really trying to keep obedient to my promise to the Lord, and I think you're the only person right now that's really keeping me going and keeping me honest about this. So I really appreciate you being here.
Well, thank you for being on my team. I love you.
Love you
It's
too.
been awesome.
Bye.
Bye.